Yeah, that one as well. It's a new record.
Standings. I told you so. This is like
My God.
insane. I told you.
In a single chicken dinner, they obviously, I mean, the Infinity. What else is there to talk about them, right? They just, they are the Infinity. But Philippines too, represented by Opti, Range, Raimon, Newbie, as well as Shazam. And this is the PUBG Mobile version of Shazam, as Chuchu mentioned, by ZAP ESPORTS.
Don't let me down. That's it.
Yeah, he was held ransom there by Vietnam too, and there's no way that he can be saved. But at least they're still in this with 2 team members left. They can still hold on for positioning points. But for other teams, looks like we see the elimination speed moving somewhere else. And it's going to be Noah against Brunei 1 coming in from the other side. It's going to be Laos 1, but the third party from Indonesia on the hill.
Oh, here comes Noah. Honda just going to start the car and just going to go around. But he exposed himself a bit too much. And also look at the numbers of eliminations coming up from these guys. This is
this time we're gonna have
both Philippines teams are actually trying for now. They will take themselves another back-to-back chicken dinner, but it's gonna be the civil war between them. The Philippines are fighting against them. Myanmar still have Sando on the ground, still throwing it out. When we're down to 11 players, it's really close. It's spotted out for the side of Myanmar. Damas burning himself down with a Molotov. It's gonna be on the other side. The second team of Philippines taking a go against the Philippine first team. Shazam trying to find the 2 members of the side of Philippine first team. Damigo and Momboy will be his net target.
There is still a possibility that this could be a all-Philippine finish, but they need to deal with Myanmar as well as Thailand. But Philippines 1 and 2, they're looking at each other. This is not the ideal situation as a nation, but then again, let's look at the circle as well. And the nade from Newbie taking out Momboy. The circle has shifted and it seems to favor Philippines 1.
Damn it, God, it's just 1 HP, 1 slither HP from being knocked down. Lucky enough, is actually nearby, can revive Momboy with the help of smoke. For now, we still have the ties with 1 remaining member. Same goes for Myanmar with 2 players on that side. And there's going to be 2 Philippines team. If they bonk this, if they botch this, it's going to be huge for the side of Philippines. They're going to be really upset right now. But Shazam, Newbie, Ramon, and also Opti trying to spread out. They spotted out Venturas, but the thing is, they have another team, Myanmar, right across of Venturas, taking down Ramon first.
They dealt with Venturas. Anyway, Venturas was all alone. A 4th place finish, not too bad as a solo player. But now the Philippines, they need to deal with Myanmar if they want to make this an all-Philippine ending. It is still possible. An all-Philippine ending. This is going to be crazy from the Philippines. But now the nade coming from Myanmar onto Radkid. Radkid needs to move the second nade onto Radkid. The ball will miss. Radkid will recover himself. His teammates find him time. And Radkid back up and not for long as Radkid finally will be naded up and morning.
It was a perfect Kobe. Now there's going to be a lot of burning come up from the Philippines team. Oh, overpicking Monet. That's a bit too much for him to overpick like that. Sando really don't have enough time to pick Monet up if they were to go to rush. And Shazam is having that idea in his mind. But the rest of the team kind of being separated. They want to focus on the Philippine first team right across them. But the smokes actually exploited their position. Right now, they don't dare to cross the road yet.
Yeah, everyone's just waiting for the right moment, right? But, Sendo goes down, and it's going to be Newbie and Chuchu. It's going to be an all-Philippine finale. This is crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be again the Philippines. You're loving this. It's gonna be Newbie going and Radkid being caught. Radkid retaliate. Damn God helping him. But damn it, God, nobody's stopping. Radkid still survived. Gonna ring around the rosy we go. Raimon, it's a shot machine. Radkid, damn it, God, he's being savage. Raimon, how does this turn out like this way? It's 2v2, 1v1. Philippines second team. Damn it, God. Damn it, God! It's gonna be Raimon! There's nowhere to go!
Oh, Demi god, can he finish out the job? Yes, 50% health left. He goes swing around the Rosie. 1v1. He's gonna go up against 10% health. Now he has a pad. He pulls out the M4. He needs to reload his M4. Yes, the reload will kick in. And Demigod will do the business. Double chicken dinner. This is crazy. Panalo. Can't have food that for Philippines.
It's Filipinas, y'all! We're talking about the Philippines really conquering the first day of our SEA Games here. Back to back, same team, same players. Damaso, Davika, Rankin, Mombo, and H2R again with another chicken dinner. Similar amounts of eliminations, 9 eliminations at that in the back. Consistency? Who cares? They got 2 chickens back to back.
Given to Raimon from Philippines 2, 4 eliminations, 584 damage.
Team, this is going to be the overall standings based on the 2 matches we witnessed just now.
Vehicle and move to that side, so hopefully they'll be able to get to their drop spot.
But there are chances the circle might just hard shift over towards the Gatka field.
Yeah, if it goes Pachinki again, basically it's going to be the 3rd Pachinki since yesterday. Yesterday, during the qualifiers, there was one Pachinki finale as well. And again, Pachinki, it is a Vietnam hometown. Vietnam one, they love to drop there. They know the place like the back of their hands. Slightly advantage if you have...
The hat, 2 we go. He almost basically being straight into a box, but lucky enough, hopefully he got himself a couple of friends or teammates to just revive him back up to his feet.
Ooh, there you go. Unfortunately for Romeo, as they call it, Romeo must die. But now we move forward to Philippines 2, the team that got 2nd place finish earlier on, going up against Indonesia. They're still playing on the outside of the circle, though, that the zone is starting to close in. Alan, together with Potato, they seem to want to take this fight as Potato gets one nade on the Opti. And the Opti, good thing he has Newbie to come pick him up. But Raimon on the left side will be taking off angle as Alan goes in, but he will not connect.
Alan is trying to make another go! He rammed into it! Alan with a DP28! Obliterate! And he almost got himself down on his knees as well while the Blues are kicking in. Now they realize we are staying this way too long. But Raimon a red face! It's gonna be a really red face winning this one while jumping over. It's gonna be Katu. Katu being finished off quite far. Where the shots came out from is from downtown all the way. The Vietnam team really can see through everything.
We'll need to move, and yes, it's down south. Look at this. This circle is a beach circle. The beach circle is very open. That's why nobody is in the middle. Thanks to Myanmar, they start to move into the compound. But number 5, 27 points. Number 6 goes to Philippines, 23 points.
Or if you want to gain something as well. But for the other countries, do tell us about Thailand, Myanmar. I do want to know Vietnam. Except for Xin Chao, which is hello. That's the only thing I know from Vietnam. But I do want to know your chairs. Do tell us. Cambodia and Laos as well. But speaking of the drop, it seems like not many teams are sharing, except I'm looking over Myanmar's 2nd team, Ozone, happens to be nearby Microwave. Both of them seems to be like the scouts of the team. But Lamborghini versus Sando. Myanmar, when it comes to 1v1, it seems like maybe he can win, but it happens to be V-Choice there as well. That's definitely in the back. Lamborghini will be actually revived by his teammate. But I have to say that Myanmar, when it comes to CQC, they're really incredible. Same goes for our non-footballer, which is going to be PUBG player back.
So far, Kizo will go down to Rapids and has been knocked down as well. Now Cambodia, they have Raymond behind them. Raymond's behind them. Raymond prepping up the nade, going to cost it on the side of Cambodia. Raymond, he is all alone. He cannot expose himself. But if he can get a knockdown, that would be an opening for the rest of his teammates.
0, then 416 spots it out. Maybe one of the players, Newbie, there running around on top of Corey. Now, Corey is one thing that you do want to be caught yourself in because it's really just tough to get out from that. Newbie will have to pray that didn't make it on time for Cambodians because they will rush in to try to seal a deal, but they need time to recuperate for Philippines number 2 team. Malaysia fighting against Brunei's first team, but DZ already hopped off. They're trying to find out where they were at when being shot down. But Ramon taking down Cambodians from the back line. Didn't see this one coming.
Oh yeah, that's why they didn't know that Ryman was there, and Ryman took advantage of that misinformation. DZ now tossing a thing onto the side of Ryman, uncooked, but it will not connect onto Ryman as well. That should buy Cambodia time for them to reset. But at the same time, they're playing on the outside of the circle, and the zone is starting to close in. And at the same time, Ozone being taken out by Ryzen.
I think Newbie traumatized the moment he picked himself just now being knocked down. So he tried to play as safe as possible while Ramon, I don't know, I feel like Philippines love Ramon instead of, I don't know, we can call it Ryman. But Ramon, it sounds sexier. But back to its Philippines. Myanmar really playing it very good when it comes to being a gatekeepers. But Bear traps taking down on Newbie. The ties are start to move. They want to get for more, and they're slowly trying to make sure the coast is clear for the rest of the team to move forward. They're gonna go for the swing later on when they get into the center of the circle. Just have to make sure everybody is safe, but Ventoris will have to be the sacrificial lamb for the team as well. But Shrubs, Ramon is really not happy yet. They still haven't get Amazon to tie. Oh, really close.
Oh my goodness, that was a good spray there coming by Beer, but Ice in trouble. Ice don't get melted. Ice will need to reset himself together with picking up his teammates. They are still on the outside of the circle. That means 24 seconds before the zone starts to close in. At the same time, Cambodia will be out at number 13. And look at the circle, it still favors Vietnam. And both Vietnam teams in the circle.
They conquered 50% out of it with just shy. It's going to be Jumper touching at the rim on the right side. But the rest of the teams is not quite in the circle. Now, this is a bit of a problem. That's going to be like 50 points to catch up for Malaysia. You know what? A lot of players away. The Philippines start to actually fight against Bear from Thai. And it happened to be they got finished. They finished him off. And Philippines taking out the compound across the street. I'm not sure if the circle ended up there. Malaysians on the other end taking the highest compound, but highest mountain, but it's not inside the circle. Now that's a bit of a problem to climb down from there. Come up from every angle. We have all the players and teams are up and ready. And there's no vacant except for northern side.
Wow, and you called Power Grid as well. Now, Power Grid, boy, is in the shack. He's still okay for now, but it's not okay for Myanmar 1 as the vehicle got exploded. 2 of them went down.
Heavy casualty on both Malaysian side. We're talking about another Malaysian teams have been bombarded by the side of Philippines second team. Ramon trying to toss another nade. It's going to be really risky for Flats. He almost chipped down most of his health there. Ramon just exploded for Vietnam first team, while looking at Philippines still managed to finish. A Malaysian team first one to be eliminated. Malaysia first team out.
Yeah, from second place to last place in this final round. We move on to the other teams. We have Philippines 2 moving on into the circle, but Vietnam 1, they're playing the gatekeeping role against Vietnam 2. So it's going to be Vietnam versus Vietnam as they try to defend this area.
Now Philippines butting in.
Range.
As well as the third party, but Range living up to his reputation here. Here's a Range to be extra careful. Red Face actually been taken out by the side of another team who got stealed away just now. I think that's going to be a bummer for that person. But back to his newbie, taking on Lambo with a Kobe. Frankie is actually running down King. That's total savage from Frankie. But Monkey is now taking on Frankie. All the keys are out here. But we're not done with the footballer. Beckham taken down. Indonesian team being actually gotten alive. Newsy taking on 4 straight head on.
Oh, and that will be Newsy, but we're not done yet as Brunei starts to move in. They get one of the flu camp. So now Thailand is going up against Brunei. Brunei on the right. He sees Newsy. Beruang, the in-game leader, the captain. He knows where Newsy is at. And now Global tries to pick up Newsy. Newsy jiggles away, and Newsy is still alive.
Global, Beruang, Brunei trying to spot out. It's down! There's nowhere to go! They don't have any comments as there before! Another one's down! Their global is just insane! Now Brunei don't know what exactly happened. They are shook! They're not terrified, but at the same time retaliating from the side of the Thai second team. Tani making sure Sango has to be stopped. But the Philippine second team got in! Rage on fire! Barbecue! He tossed out! Yeah, barbecue back! Take it! But it's not enough. Will it be enough?
Yes, it will be. He got it. He got it. And he got it. That will be another point in the bag. But now we move over to Brunei. Brunei, they are playing by the edge of the circle. This is Brunei 2, ladies and gentlemen, shooting on the other side. Where Brunei 1 is currently at. Brunei 1, they do not have the circle. And Brunei 2, they are in it. They are in a good position.
What a mess! And Newbie shot from afar. This is a golden moment. Perfect crosshair, straight line of sight for Newbie to take a couple of more eliminations for the team. But another Thai team's obliterated. All Thais are gone. Now 2 Philippines team. We have Indonesian team 1 and Myanmar just 1. And we have 2 Bruneians, 1 Malaysian team left. Down to 7. The Bruneians rise up to occasion, but can they hold on?
Oh, but check this out. Philippines, they are still in this. Philippines too, still with their full squad trying to stop Myanmar from moving. But they do not have the circle. They still need to move further forward. As Global goes down to right badly, it's going to be a Brunei fight at the right side of the map as Cal tries to find a way into the circle and he needs to move further forward as Kizo keeping eyes on the Philippines. Both Philippine teams still in this, don't you, Chu?
That's kind of true. Balak Bagan, they say whatever they need to do, they're gonna do it right. Back towards the side of Brunei's Kizo. Spotted out the Philippines one team, but it's just him against the wall. How can he do so? It's just too hard. They only have few more seconds to go. The circle will shrink. It's gonna be the 7th phase very, very soon. And the 6th circle will damage them 5% of HP per second. Now that's gonna burn quite a lot. But the Philippines, they are raining in here. Malaysians and the Bruneians have nowhere to squeeze in.
Oh, could this be another All-Philippines finale as what we saw earlier in today's Miramar? This will be insane if another All-Philippines finale, but let's hold on to that thought for a minute as there are other teams that they need to eliminate. Brunei, they still have a full squad though. Malaysia left with only 2 players left as the circle starts to close in. And now Newbie, he knows that Brunei is on the right side, but he needs to keep eye on the Philippines on the other side as well. Brunei, they do have the high ground advantage.
Newbie slowly trying to overpick himself. Don't want to get headshot there. But at the same time, he definitely wants to take a pick towards the Philippines first team. You got what you deserve, Newbie. They say from the Philippine first team. Shazam making a go. Coming up from the flank side towards Brunei second team. But they couldn't pick because the Philippine first team keep on shooting onto them. Right badly on the other end from Brunei second team. Try to make a space. Small space, but they're being choked. This is the Philippine circle, but the Philippine first team has to cut across the street. It's an open field. The moment they jump out, there's going to be showering by bullets by these teams.
Even Malaysia, they need to find a way into the circle. Kizo being gunned down by H2R from Philippines 1. This could be an opening for Philippines 1 to move in, but Brunei, it should be okay for them to pick up their teammate as Philippines 1 is starting to cross the road. They're starting to go on to the other side. Philippines 2, they might want to stop their compatriot, but Brunei 2, they have this high ground advantage. Kyle knows exactly where Philippines are. They still can rain the nades onto Philippines.
I'm worried about the Micro Uzi Rankin taking on you. They're spotted out of the Malaysian team down to 1 for the sole survivor. Malaysia Rankin finish off. You straight away. It's down to 4 teams still, but Malaysian only have 1 against what? 12 players left. How is that possible? He needs to stay low as much as possible, but he's not inside the circle. The Bruneians and the Philippines taking over the majority of the circle. And now Galaxy have been spotted out by the side of Philippine first team. Ranked start to move in, never mind. But Danny got climbed up slowly. Bruneians will be cornered by both Philippines team. Found a space to rush in here.
Oh, it's going to be Philippines versus Brunei, and it's still a possibility that we might see an all-Philippine finale again. As Brunei, they're fighting for their position, they're fighting for their high ground, they're fighting for the glory of their country. Galaxy changes from a DBS to an M4, changes back to a DBS. Now it's going to be close quarters combat as they try to defend their area.
This is gonna be the 7th phase now. They don't have much dunk.
Oh, Galaxy!
They're trading for 1-2-1. It's gonna be 1-2-2. God! He tries to take covers, but Kizo's just gonna zigzag. Playing Ring Around Rosie. Cow!
No!
What was he thinking?
Oh, that was a very far jump there, but Rival comes in for the high ground. Rival tries to finish off Brunei. Kizo is left. Kizo tries to make a run for it, but Brunei will be eliminated. And ladies and gentlemen, this will be again for the second time today an all-Filipino finale with Philippines 2 having the high ground. And this time, Philippines 2 will take home the chicken dinner. And it will be again the Philippines top 1-2 finish in Miramar.
Bagan with 20 eliminations. That's coming up from Philippines. Second team, you know what? They got back-to-back chicken in for the first team, but hey, the second team breaking the record with the most eliminations, breaking into the double digits, starting with 2. That was a heck of a game by the Philippines.
Oh, insane, Juju. Philippines now are at this point the kings of Miramar. Their Filipino finale was in Miramar as well, and now again another Filipino finale. This time the chicken dinner given to Philippines 2. And the other day they share the same amount, or they share a good amount. Just look at the joy here coming from Monboy. They are saluting their compatriot on the other side. This just shows that Philippines, they are united in this game, and they'll be happy to get a top 2 finish for Philippines. Can you imagine if Philippines get 2 of Philippines to get a podium finish? That would be insane.
If they got themselves gold and silver, I'm not surprised.
Philippines 2, it will be a range.
Even though it's not the best what we've seen today, but I have to say the team play coming up from Philippines second team here. We saw range just now living up to his name. This is the longest elimination done by him.
Yeah, that one as well. It's a new record.
Ending. I told you so. This is like
My God.
insane. I told you. This is a new elimination points that we have the highest from Philippines second team, 20 eliminations. But if you look over to the second place here, they even didn't get themselves that chicken, but they still secure 8 elimination points. Now this is the only 2 teams with the highest elimination aside from nobody. That's the average is going to be below 5 or maybe even below 5, and maybe Myanmar second team got themselves 6 and the Vietnam first team got them 6. More than that, nothing else. And this definitely going to secure them in the top 2.
For sure. 20 eliminations. They set a record in the final so far. Yeah, okay. I just had to say it again. Because it's okay, who got the 18 earlier on? Let me just recall again. The 18 was by Vietnam just in the previous round. Now it's 20. It just took them one round to overtake.
That's kind of true, but definitely for the head-to-head, it's going to be both from Philippines. Lakat Matatag, we call it all the way with Ramon and Rankit, both starting with the R's and both having 1 in their names, but it's going to be Philippine 1 and 2 for the eliminations. Definitely on Ramon on 7 elimination. Damage output was, if you actually calculate the ratio of it, it's definitely more towards Rankit, but it's more towards the damage output when it comes to the numbers here. But when it comes to longest elimination, I think the highest just now was actually range coming up from Philippines second team. But
well, definitely Philippines is a lot of work, but it's a lot of the dirty work for his team too. And now we'll move over to the overall eliminations and damage, and it's definitely going to be the Tower of Philippines.
I can't even deny that at this point. You do have double cute towers coming up from Myanmar Myanmar second team and also Vietnam. But maybe Brunei trying to push up when it comes to the output damage. Definitely Brunei second team have it a lot. But if you compare with Philippines second team now, they're hitting the 3,000s almost there. It's less than 100 damage more.
You know what, Choo Choo? After watching Philippines' outstanding performance today, I think I'll need help. I need you to revive me, Choo Choo. Revive me. Revive me, Choo Choo. Because the Philippines are just killing everyone.
And this is, you know what, since it's the tallest building, might as well this might be the highest, tallest structure for Philippines. What is the tallest building in Philippines? I think it's, was it gonna be the Grand Hyatt Hotel Manila? I'm not sure, but it's gonna be one of those towers, definitely. But if you look at the outstanding teams, again, they rested themselves in the fourth game just now, but only for one match they are resting, and maybe on the third match as well. But when it comes to them taking the start and the ending for day number 1, they're taking the outstanding teams of first and second. It's going to be both Philippine teams. Bruneians finally making a debut in the outstanding teams as well. And Malaysians, they're not as stellar as Philippines for now, but they start to get themselves a couple of momentum. Hopefully it didn't drop when it comes to the next day.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. So because Malaysia too, they were at the bottom as well. So you can see in this chart, right? Brunei 2 was number 16, Malaysia 2 was number 15 before we hit onto this game, and both of them showing the strength, the mental strength, despite it being the last game for today. So we can see that there's a little bit of an uplift here for these teams. But Philippines 1, Philippines 2. This has been their day. It is the day of the Filipinos as well. And like I mentioned earlier, not only for this game, but earlier today there was the 5v5 game that they also won a gold medal as well against Indonesia.
Ooh.
So they are just showing that this is the moment. Oh, it's very, very close. Wow.
It's just 2 points shy. When it comes to Philippines' second team to overtake in second place, and Myanmar's first team cannot sit this quietly, but definitely.